Welcome back to Acts of Kindness, a place where real emotions, unexpected compassion, and life-changing moments come together to remind us that even one small act can transform a life forever. It was a cold but bright morning in the city, the kind of morning where people rushed past each other without a second glance. The streets were busy, horns echoed in the distance, and shop windows reflected lives moving too fast to notice the quiet stories unfolding nearby. On the corner near a popular cafe stood a little girl, no more than 7 years old. Her name was Lily. She wore a thin pink jacket that had clearly seen better days, and her hair was tied into uneven pigtails with faded ribbons. Lily held a small paper bag in her hands. Inside were a few handmade bracelets made of colorful threads. She had made them herself, staying up late the night before, carefully tying each knot with tiny fingers that trembled from both excitement and worry. Today was her birthday. She didn't tell anyone that, of course. Birthdays weren't something she talked about anymore. As people walked by, Lily softly called out, "Bracelets, handmade bracelets." Most ignored her. Some smiled politely but kept walking. A few looked uncomfortable and crossed the street. Lily didn't blame them. She had learned early that hope had to be quiet. Not far away, a sleek black car pulled up in front of the cafe. The door opened and a young man stepped out. He was dressed simply, a dark coat, clean shoes, no flashy jewelry. To most people he looked like any other successful professional. But this man was Ethan Carter, a self-made billionaire before the age of 30. Known in business circles for his sharp mind, he was also quietly known among a few for his generosity, though he never spoke about it publicly. Ethan was meeting an old friend for coffee. As he waited outside, scrolling briefly through his phone, his eyes fell on Lily. Something about her stillness caught his attention. She wasn't begging. She wasn't crying. She was just standing there, holding onto that paper bag like it was something precious. When Ethan's friend texted that he'd be a few minutes late, Ethan put his phone away and walked over to Lily. "Hi there," he said gently, kneeling slightly to be closer to her eye level. "What are you selling?" Lily looked up, startled, then shy. "Bracelets," she said. "I make them myself." "They're beautiful," Ethan said honestly, picking one up. "How much?" Lily hesitated. $1. Ethan smiled. He reached into his wallet and pulled out a bill, handing it to her. "I'll take this one." Her eyes widened. "Thank you," she whispered, gripping the money tightly like it might disappear. Ethan stood up, but something stopped him from walking away. Maybe it was the way she kept looking at the bracelet she still held, or the way her shoulders seemed heavy for someone so small. "What's your name?" he asked. "Lily." "That's a lovely name. Are you out here all alone today, Lily?" She nodded. "My mom's at work." "And why today?" he asked softly. Lily looked down at her shoes. For a moment she said nothing. Then, almost as if the words slipped out before she could stop them, she said, "It's my birthday." Ethan froze for just a second. "Your birthday? Well, happy birthday." She gave a tiny smile, but it faded quickly. "Did you have a cake?" Ethan asked, not realizing how much that simple question would mean. Lily shook her head. "No, we couldn't get one this year." Ethan crouched down again. "Why not?" She shrugged, trying to sound brave. "Mom says cake isn't important, as long as we're together." Ethan nodded, but his chest tightened. "And how do you feel about that?" Lily's voice was barely audible. "I just wanted one candle, just one." For a moment, the noise of the city seemed to fade. Ethan looked at this little girl standing on a busy street corner, selling bracelets on her birthday, wishing for a single candle. He stood up slowly, his expression calm but his mind racing. "Lily," he said, "would you like to have some cake with me?" Her eyes widened again, this time with confusion. "Really?" "Really," he said, "if your mom says it's okay." She nodded eagerly. "She's at work until late." Ethan extended his hand, and after a moment's hesitation, Lily placed her small hand in his. Inside the cafe, people stared as the well-dressed young man walked in holding hands with a little girl in a worn jacket. Ethan didn't notice. He helped Lily sit at a table near the window and asked the waiter for the biggest slice of chocolate cake they had. And a candle, Ethan added, just one. When the cake arrived, Lily's eyes sparkled like Ethan had just handed her the world. The candle was lit, its small flame dancing. "Make a wish," Ethan said. Lily closed her eyes tightly. Her lips moved silently. When she blew out the candle, she laughed, a sound so pure it made Ethan smile wider than he had in years. They shared the cake, Lily carefully taking small bites, savoring each one. Chocolate smudged her lips, and she giggled when Ethan pointed it out. "This is the best birthday ever," she said. Ethan leaned back, watching her. "I'm glad." After they finished, Ethan paid the bill and walked Lily back outside. He knelt down again. "Lily," he said, "do you mind if I ask you something?" She shook her head. "Where do you live?" She hesitated, then pointed a few blocks away. "That way, in the old apartments." Ethan nodded. "How about this, I walk you home?" When they reached the building, Ethan noticed the peeling paint, the cracked steps, the windows covered with old curtains. Lily stopped at the entrance. "This is me," she said. Before she could turn away, Ethan reached into his pocket and handed her an envelope. "What's this?" she asked. "Just something to help," he said gently, "for you and your mom." Lily looked inside and gasped, "This is too much." "It's just enough," Ethan replied, "but there's one condition." She looked up worried. "What?" "You keep making your bracelets," he said with a smile, "and you keep wishing big." Tears filled her eyes. She nodded. "I will." As Lily ran inside, Ethan stood there for a long moment, staring at the door. He felt something shift inside him, something he hadn't felt despite all his success. A few days later, Ethan couldn't stop thinking about Lily. He had his assistant quietly look into the building she lived in. What he learned broke his heart. Lily's mother, Sarah, worked 2 jobs. The family had fallen on hard times after Lily's father passed away. Rent was overdue. Eviction notices had already been sent. Ethan didn't hesitate. One evening, Sarah came home exhausted to find Lily sitting at the small table, smiling wider than ever. "Mom," Lily said, "remember the man from my birthday?" Sarah frowned. "What man?" Before Lily could answer, there was a knock on the door. Sarah opened it cautiously. Ethan stood there holding a folder. "I'm sorry to intrude," he said. "My name is Ethan. I met Lily on her birthday." Sarah's face paled. Did she do something wrong? Ethan shook his head quickly. No, quite the opposite. She did something right." He explained everything from the bracelets to the cake. Sarah listened, tears streaming down her face. "I don't know how to thank you," she whispered. "You already have," Ethan said, looking at Lily, "by raising someone like her." Ethan handed Sarah the folder. Inside were documents, rent paid for the year, medical coverage, a scholarship fund for Lily's education. Sarah's legs gave out and she sank into a chair. "Why?" she asked through sobs. "Why us?" Ethan took a breath. "Because one day, a little girl told me she didn't have a cake on her birthday, and that reminded me that success means nothing if you ignore the people right in front of you." Lily hugged Ethan tightly. "Thank you for my candle," she said. Ethan smiled, eyes shining. "Thank you for reminding me how to wish again." News of Ethan's gesture spread quickly after Sarah shared the story online, not to boast, but to thank a stranger who changed their lives. People were stunned, not just by the money, but by the humanity behind it. Ethan never gave interviews about it. When asked, he simply said, "It wasn't about being a billionaire, it was about being a human." Months later, on Lily's next birthday, there was a cake with many candles. Friends, laughter, and a future filled with possibility. But Lily still kept one bracelet from that day, the first one Ethan bought. Because sometimes the smallest wish, whispered quietly on a busy street, can echo louder than the world ever expects. And sometimes all it takes to change everything is one candle, one slice of cake, and one act of kindness.